Have you ever stopped to truly process the staggering reality of the longevity gap? In the West, we watch people decline around age 75, struggling with immobility and chronic disease. Meanwhile, across the ocean in Japan, it's entirely normal to see men and women of 90 and even 105 still walking briskly, gardening, and living completely independently. We're talking about 3 decades of vibrant life, 30 years of memories and vitality that are being stolen from us. You might think it's just genetics, but modern scholarly evidence is loud and clear. Your genes account for only about 20% of your longevity. The other 80% is purely lifestyle and environment. Today, we're cracking the code on the 4 fundamental science-backed pillars that explain why the Japanese thrive long past our supposed expiration date. This is not just theory, it's an instruction manual for reclaiming your best years. Stay tuned, because the final pillar, the neurobiological secret, is the most powerful of all. If you're ready to unlock your longevity, hit that like button right now. Pillar 1. The nutritional biochemistry and autophagy, the anti-inflammatory plate. The primary differentiator in the Japanese lifestyle is its profoundly anti-inflammatory profile, a stark contrast to the standard American diet SAD, which is calorically dense but nutrient. The high consumption of refined sugars and omega-6 fatty acids in the SAD drives chronic, low-grade inflammation, the silent killer that degrades blood vessels and joints. The traditional Japanese diet, however, is a masterclass in cellular protection. They consume high amounts of fatty fish, like salmon and mackerel, providing vital omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA. Scholarly evidence from nutritional biology highlights that omega-3 south are essential precursors for resolvins and protectins, specialized molecules recognized for actively resolving inflammation, rather than just suppressing it. But the real cellular secret is autophagy, this critical cellular recycling process where cells clean out damaged proteins and dysfunctional organelles is constantly activated through the cultural practice of harahachi-bu, per eating until 80% full. This mild daily caloric restriction is shown by research published in Cell Metabolism to effectively trigger autophagy, slowing the accumulation of cellular garbage that contributes to aging and neurodegenerative diseases. Furthermore, the frequent consumption of fermented foods like miso and natto cultivates a diverse gut microbiome, which modulates systemic inflammation and even neurological via the gut-brain axis. The takeaway is clear. View food as a tool to activate cellular cleanup, not just a source of calories. Pillar 2. Metabolic movement and mitochondrial density. NET versus sedentary physiology. The second pillar shifts from food to motion, and the key concept here is NEAT. Exercise activity. Thermogenesis. The energy expended during everything that is not formal exercise. The American default is the sedentary model, sitting for 8 to 10 hours daily. Studies in exercise physiology show that prolonged sitting dramatically suppresses the activity of lipoprotein lipase, the crucial enzyme responsible for breaking down fats and cholesterol in the bloodstream. When LPL is shut down, you enter a state of metabolic crisis, contributing to dyslipidemia and the rapid accumulation of harmful visceral fat. The Japanese lifestyle, on the other hand, is engineered for constant, low-level motion. Walking to transit, tending small gardens, and sitting on the floor are all ways of ensuring the body is consistently stimulating its muscles. This continuous low-intensity engagement does wonders for mitochondrial health. Mitochondria, the cellular powerhouses, stay dense and highly efficient when they are constantly in use. Scholarly data suggests this sustained movement, rather than sporadic high-intensity workouts, is superior for preserving muscle mass and insulin sensitivity well into old age. This ensures that their energy systems remain robust, providing the physical capacity for lifelong independence. The lesson is simple. Stop relying solely on the gym. Make your entire day a movement opportunity. Pillar 3. The allostatic load and telomere protection, the biological cost of stress. The third pillar is where the systemic differences between our nations become biologically destructive. The cost of chronic stress, measured by cortisol and allostatic load. Allostatic load is the cumulative wear and tear on the body due to persistent stress. In the U.S., the persistent fear of high deductibles, medical bankruptcy, and complex insurance navigation keeps many seniors in a state of low-grade threat. This chronic elevation of cortisol, supported by research, directly attacks your longevity at the genetic level. Cortisol accelerates the shortening of telomeres, the protective caps on the ends of your chromosomes that govern cellular lifespan. Telomere shortening is literally the clock of biological aging. Scholarly articles by Nobel laureate Dr. Elizabeth Blackburn and others demonstrate a clear correlation. High levels of psychological stress and socioeconomic concerns accelerate telomere erosion. The Japanese universal healthcare system, established decades ago, acts as a profound biological buffer, removing this core financial stress by prioritizing preventative care and minimizing financial uncertainty. The system reduces the population's allostatic load, allowing for the maintenance of cellular integrity and healthier aging. To protect your longevity, you must actively seek out ways to mitigate financial and psychological stress, as critical as any pill or vitamin. Pillar 4. Social neurobiology and the Ikigai effect, the science of purpose. The final and most powerful pillar is the cultural belief that age equals value, centered around the concept of Ikigai, for a reason for being. In America, seniors often face ageism and social isolation, which is a clinical risk factor that triggers the fight-or-flight response in the brain. A former U.S. Surgeon General declared that chronic loneliness carries a mortality risk equivalent to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. This social isolation drives up inflammation and accelerates cognitive decline. In Japan, seniors are woven into the community fabric, often residing in households or fulfilling active roles as mentors and wisdom keepers. This sense of purpose and belonging has profound neurobiological benefits. Research in psychoneuroimmunology shows that maintaining an ikigai actively combats the negative physiological effects of aging, lowering inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein. Furthermore, studies on the ApoG4 gene, which increases Alzheimer's risk, suggest that high levels of social engagement and cognitive stimulation can mitigate that genetic risk. The concept of subjective age, how old a person feels, is also a powerful mortality predictor. Those who feel younger, fueled by purpose and connection, live longer. You are biologically designed, not just to survive, but to contribute. The key takeaway is this: the 3 decades of life gained by the Japanese population are not a mystery. They are the cumulative result of anti-inflammatory nutrition, continual metabolic movement, reduced chronic stress, and deep social purpose. The evidence is clear. Small, intentional changes practiced consistently become profound, life-altering advantages. I want to hear from you. Which of these 4 pillars, diet, movement, stress, or purpose, do you feel needs the most immediate attention in your life? Let me know in the comments below. If you found value in this deep dive, please like this video. It helps us get this vital health information out to more people. And for more science-backed longevity strategies, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you for joining me, and here's to your next 30 years.